Johana Kipkemei Ngeno is a Kenyan politician and public servant best known for serving as the Member of Parliament for Emurua Dikirr Constituency. Recognized for his bold political style and strong grassroots appeal, Ngeno has been an influential figure in Narok County politics and a vocal participant in national debates. Over the years, his career has reflected both firm advocacy for his constituents and the complexities of Kenya's evolving political landscape. Johana Ngeno was born and raised in the larger Narok region, an area known for its pastoralist communities, agricultural activity, and rich Maasai cultural heritage. He grew up witnessing the socio-economic challenges faced by rural families, including limited infrastructure, land disputes, and access to public services. His early life in the countryside shaped his leadership outlook. He developed a strong connection to grassroots issues and cultivated relationships within local community networks that later formed the foundation of his political support. His upbringing instilled values of resilience, direct communication, and strong community ties. Ngeno pursued his education in Kenya, completing his primary and secondary schooling before advancing to tertiary studies. While detailed records of his academic background are not widely publicized, he is known to have developed business interests and engaged in entrepreneurial activities prior to fully immersing himself in politics. His exposure to both private enterprise and community leadership strengthened his understanding of economic development challenges in rural constituencies. This background later influenced his policy positions, particularly in areas affecting small-scale traders and farmers. Johana Ngeno entered elective politics with strong grassroots backing. In 2017, he was elected as the Member of Parliament for Emurua Dikirr Constituency under the ticket of the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM. His victory was seen as a reflection of shifting political dynamics within Narok County and the broader Rift Valley region. As an MP, Ngeno took his seat in the National Assembly of Kenya, where he became known for his assertive and outspoken approach to legislative debate. He positioned himself as a defender of his constituents' interests and a critic of policies he believed disadvantaged local communities. During his tenure in Parliament, Ngeno participated in legislative discussions and oversight functions. His key areas of interest included infrastructure development in rural areas, land management and adjudication reforms, youth employment initiatives, agricultural support programs, expansion of educational facilities. Through the National Government Constituencies Development Fund, NGCDF, he oversaw the implementation of projects such as classroom construction, bursary distribution for needy students, and improvements to local road networks. He frequently emphasized the need for equitable allocation of national resources to underserved regions, arguing that rural constituencies require targeted investment to close development gaps. Kenya's political environment is dynamic, and Ngeno's career has reflected broader shifts in alliances. After his initial election under ODM, he later aligned himself with the United Democratic Alliance, UDA, a move that mirrored changing political currents in the Rift Valley region. Such realignments are common in Kenyan politics and often reflect strategic calculations aimed at strengthening constituency representation within the prevailing national framework. Despite changes in party affiliation, Ngeno has consistently framed his decisions as driven by the interests of Emurua Dikirr residents. Johana Ngeno is widely recognized for his bold and candid communication style. He often addresses issues directly and without ambiguity, a trait that has endeared him to supporters who value straightforward leadership. At the same time, his outspoken nature has occasionally placed him at the center of public controversy. His political brand is built on grassroots mobilization and accessibility. He regularly engages with community members through public meetings and local events, maintaining strong ties with his support base. Supporters describe him as courageous and loyal to his constituents, while critics sometimes view his confrontational tone as polarizing. Nonetheless, his presence in national discourse has remained prominent. Emurua Dikirr constituency faces challenges typical of rural Kenyan regions, including infrastructure gaps, youth unemployment, and agricultural vulnerability. Ngeno has advocated for improved road connectivity, water projects, and better healthcare facilities. He also places emphasis on supporting farmers and pastoralists by pushing for policies that stabilize agricultural markets and enhance access to government programs. Education remains a priority area, with bursaries and school development initiatives forming a core part of his constituency work. Like many politicians operating in competitive environments, Johana Ngeno has faced political and public challenges. Parliamentary debates in Kenya are often intense, and outspoken leaders sometimes attract disciplinary scrutiny. Despite such challenges, Ngeno has maintained his political base by emphasizing loyalty to his constituents and a willingness to defend their interests vigorously. Ngeno envisions a more economically empowered Emurua Dikirr with improved infrastructure and expanded youth opportunities. His priorities include strengthening agricultural value chains, expanding vocational training centers, enhancing road and water infrastructure, promoting inclusive economic policies. He argues that national development must be inclusive and that rural constituencies deserve sustained attention in budgetary allocations. Though he keeps much of his personal life private, Johana Ngeno often speaks about faith, community loyalty, and perseverance. His political narrative is rooted in grassroots representation and advocacy for ordinary citizens. He encourages young people to participate in civic processes and views leadership as a responsibility to defend community interests at higher decision-making levels. Johana Kipkemei Ngeno's political journey reflects the vibrancy and complexity of Kenyan democracy. From his election under the Orange Democratic Movement to subsequent political realignments, he has remained a prominent figure in Narok County politics. As a member of parliament for Emurua Dikirr, he continues to advocate for rural development, infrastructure expansion, and economic empowerment in Kenya. His bold style and grassroots orientation ensure that he remains an influential voice in both local and national conversations. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.